Hi there. Welcome to guidance for the next 24 hours. Equipment should arrive today. Yay. So no more handheld janky videos. I really hope that is going to change the tone of this channel. My movement not making you seasick as you walk through this reading. This is prompts for meditation, journaling, things to consider in the next 24. I'm a reader from Brooklyn, New York, and let's get started. I know that Three of Swords is sitting in the foreground, kind of foreboding, but I have to say that I woke up in a horrible mood. My cat was running all over the house like he was on fire, and I was tired and I wanted to sleep. And I sat down to this reading kind of cranky, and I just laughed because I don't think we've had a more positive reading to date. And yeah, it's just the universe's way of saying, get out of your own head. So let's get started. We have the Sun. I just have to laugh at this. The Ten of Cups and the Hanged Man. I honestly, when I started filming, I'm like, what am I going to say about this? I'm usually like explaining dark and dreary cards, but that's not the case today, even a little bit. So the Hanged Man, my card for this global pause. I'm just major arcana. This is about the stillness, the enlightenment that occurs when we take that pause. And actually, I was just reading a morning reading about how important it is to rest, and rest in prayer, and rest in peace, and not to hurry. And I have to say, yesterday for me at least was just a nonstop work day, even though I'm working from home. So this is a reminder to take that moment, even if we're busy with kids at home, even if we're, having to work from home, even if we're scrambling just to make ends meet and to figure out how to get by this week. Find that moment of centeredness, of calm and peace, and your superpowers lie there. Because really what the Ten of Cups is promising is a new day. Next to the Sun, this is really, it could not speak more loudly to family. The Sun in my deck is always an indication of a child spirit. Again, there may be news today in terms of celebrations with family, whether virtual or in person. There's joy here. There's absolute joy. The flowers are blooming, the sun is shining in both cards. We have a lot of blue, a lot of yellow. This is talking a lot about, I think, the solar plexus and the throat chakra. So our head and then our words match. And with this pause, I think I'm really the cards are so different today, just in tone overall. I have to ask what shifted with that full moon. If you remember yesterday, the Sun was in reverse. The Sun is out now. I don't know if it's a sunny day where you are. It's not here on the East Coast. We're about to get some weird May storms, but how is the light shining differently for you today? Something shifted here. What was it? Because it isn't material. Yesterday were all of these pentacle cards, right? All of these tangible, earthly, material kind of focus cards. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed here is just telling us that isn't our focus. We're not looking at the material things. It's followed by the Four of Wands, often seen as the portal card, the happy home card, the celebration card, can often indicate marriage, 1111, synchronicities, and the Knight of Wands. This is a night of action, a night with heart, a night of fire. I see this sometimes, well, not many times, I see it as actual relocation. So are we considering how we can change up our routine at home? Are we considering an actual trip? Maybe it's just a day trip in the car with the family to get out of the house. There's an anchor here these 4 posts in the ground are like 4 legs on a table, 4, legs on a chair. Stability, feeling grounded. That grounding meditation, maybe that I suggested, we may feel, again, free falling is a word that keeps coming up in my mind. Not necessarily grounded, but we're grounding ourselves spiritually, it seems. I have to say, with the Hanged Man here, and how much joy there is. It's not about the material things right now. It's not. It's about how we're moving forward to create a new stability. And I think this last line here just speaks to where we've been. We have 6s flanked by a 3. So 6 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and 6 of Cups. I'm actually just now noticing that it's 6s, 3 flanked by 6s. So 3 is, if you're into numerology at all, I believe it has to do with, I always think of the Trinity, right? It's when we have mind, body, and spirit in line, and we're able to move forward in a way with true intention. 6 of Swords speaks to moving out of choppy waters and into stiller waters. So it is about a journey. Sometimes it's about actual movement, but how are we moving forward, and this feels like just a big sigh of relief. This whole spread feels like a huge sigh of relief. This is acknowledging the pain. Remember, it's not reversed anymore. It's not upside down like we had the other day, the 3 of Pentacles reversed. That energy was blocked. We weren't really acknowledging the pain that we were going through. We're now letting the feelings through, and it's really shifted how we're seeing the world and how we're experiencing the world. We feel like there's a light at the end of the tunnel. We're remembering that childhood feeling of joy. The 6 of Cups is often about childhood. Happiness is, I guess, one of the more basic sense. But it can be a little bit more complicated with Venus in retrograde, as it is right now. This would be a card of Venus retrograde. Lessons, things from the past, things that we love show back up often. Maybe not to resolve it in a necessarily perfect sense, but to resolve. So, again, I think this really just speaks to where we've been and how much we have progressed. I think this is just coming to mind why it is important that we touch base with somebody every single day. So often we don't see the progress in ourselves, and we have friends and family and mentors to show us that we've made progress, to remind us where we have been. We've been in that depth, in that choppy water, and we're letting go of the things we can't control. We really can't control the economy right now, and we're finding joy. I mean, just to top it off, just the cherry on top, we have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is often called the wish card. So this is about wishes coming true, emotional fulfillment, happiness. I often think to be careful what I wish for, to make sure that that wish is not just for myself alone, but that it includes the happiness of others. Just kind of a karma thing, but good grief. I mean, really, could it get more shiny and happy today? I don't think so. I do think that this is really just saying, hey, when we feel pain and we actually go through it rather than pushing it down, ignoring it, trying to cover it up and busy ourselves in other ways, when we let go of the things that we can't control and we focus on the emotions that we can, good grief, there's magic. There's just magic that can happen. You can't make this up. The other cards came out today. How is this your truth? I can tell you that when I woke up this morning, it was not mine. But now that I look at these cards and I think of what I have been through in the past few months, and the fact that I'm still here, and the fact that I'm talking to you, and I have everything I need. I may not have everything I want, but I have everything that I need. And things are stable. My feet are underneath me. How can you find that gratitude, and how can you look at your progress, what you've been through in these past few months, this global pause? What are you proud of? How have you moved forward in a different way? How have you grounded yourself differently? What lessons have you learned about pain? And how are those lessons bringing more joy into your life today? So I hope this was helpful, certainly surprising. Happy Friday. It's a day, and I will speak with you soon. Thanks for stopping by. Know you are loved, and have a great 24.